Once upon a time in a quaint village, lived a young man named Yusuf. He was known for his kindness, intelligence, and compassion, but his most remarkable trait was his extreme shyness. Every time he spoke in front of others, his voice would tremble, and his heart would pound like 1,000 drums. Yusuf yearned to overcome his shyness and make a positive impact on the world around him. One day, he heard about a wise Islamic personality named Sheikh Omar, renowned for his knowledge and profound insights. Determined to find a solution to his shyness, Yusuf embarked on a journey to meet Sheikh Omar and seek his guidance. After days of travel, Yusuf finally reached the tranquil abode of Sheikh Omar. With a hesitant knock on the door, he introduced himself and expressed his deep desire to overcome shyness. The wise Sheikh welcomed Yusuf warmly, sensing the sincerity in his heart. Sheikh Omar, with his gentle smile, began to narrate his own past struggles with shyness. He shared how he once faced the same predicament but gradually transformed it into strength through spiritual reflection and understanding. The first lesson Sheikh Omar imparted was about self-awareness. He asked Yusuf to delve within and explore the root causes of his shyness. Together, they discovered that fear of judgment, low self-esteem, and the desire for perfection were the underlying factors. The next step was self-acceptance. Sheikh Omar taught Yusuf that acknowledging his shyness without judgment was the first stride towards healing. Accepting oneself with all strengths and weaknesses is vital to overcoming any internal struggles. To empower Yusuf, Sheikh Omar introduced him to the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He shared a hadith where the Prophet advised, "Speak good or remain silent." Sheikh Omar explained that focusing on beneficial speech would alleviate the pressure to speak unnecessarily. The wise Sheikh then took Yusuf on a nature walk, encouraging him to observe the tranquility and beauty around them. "Nature never hesitates to blossom," Sheikh Omar said. "Embrace your uniqueness, just as every flower embraces its distinct beauty." One evening, they attended a gathering where Sheikh Omar asked Yusuf to speak briefly on a topic close to his heart. Though nervous, Yusuf managed to express himself with Sheikh Omar's calming presence, leaving the audience touched by his sincerity. Sheikh Omar also advised Yusuf to practice self-compassion. Whenever his shyness resurfaced, Yusuf was to treat himself with kindness, just as he would treat a dear friend facing a similar situation. Another technique Sheikh Omar shared was the power of positive affirmations. He suggested that Yusuf repeat uplifting phrases daily, such as, "I am confident and capable," to rewire his subconscious mind. As the days passed, Yusuf found himself growing more confident. He realized that confidence was not about being perfect but about embracing imperfections as stepping stones towards progress. Sheikh Omar reminded Yusuf of the Islamic concept of tawakkul, trusting in God's plan while putting in the effort. By seeking divine help and relying on Allah's guidance, Yusuf felt a newfound strength to face challenging situations. Gradually, Yusuf started participating in community activities. He helped the needy, taught children at the mosque, and assisted the elders. Each step allowed him to grow more comfortable in social settings. One day, Sheikh Omar called Yusuf to a secluded spot and presented him with a book. It was filled with the wisdom he had shared during their time together. Sheikh Omar advised Yusuf to share this knowledge with others who struggled with shyness, just as he had. As Yusuf returned to his village, he carried with him not only the teachings of Sheikh Omar but also a newfound sense of purpose. He started holding small gatherings, imparting the lessons he had learned. With time, Yusuf's reputation as a wise and confident individual grew, and people from distant lands sought his counsel. He continued to serve with humility and reminded all those who faced shyness that they, too, could overcome it through introspection, self-acceptance, and reliance on Allah's wisdom. And so, the story of Yusuf and Sheikh Omar spread far and wide, inspiring countless souls to break free from the shackles of shyness and embrace the light of confidence that had been inside them all along. Their journey became a symbol of hope, proving that even the most timid souls could blossom into leaders with a little guidance, faith, and determination. The ripple effect of confidence. As Yusuf continued his journey of self-discovery, he encountered a young woman named Aisha, who was struggling with severe social anxiety. Aisha had heard about Yusuf's transformative story and sought his guidance with tearful eyes. Empathizing with her pain, Yusuf shared his own struggles with shyness, letting her know that she wasn't alone in her journey. He narrated the wisdom he had learned from Sheikh Omar, emphasizing the power of self-awareness and self-acceptance. Aisha was moved by his words and felt a glimmer of hope in her heart. With the guidance of Yusuf, Aisha began her own path towards overcoming shyness. She took small steps, attending community gatherings and speaking with one person at a time. Though challenging, she found strength in remembering Sheikh Omar's advice. "You are unique, and your voice deserves to be heard." As Aisha's confidence slowly bloomed, she couldn't help but share her journey with others. Inspired by Yusuf's teachings, she started holding support groups for individuals facing social anxiety. The once shy girl now stood before a room full of people, encouraging them to embrace their insecurities and transform them into strengths. News of Aisha's support groups reached far and wide, and people from different villages began to travel to attend her sessions. Her influence, coupled with the wisdom passed down by Yusuf and Sheikh Omar, created a ripple effect of positive change throughout the region. As more individuals embraced their true selves, the community witnessed a profound transformation. The village, once hesitant to express their ideas, opinions, and talents, now thrived with creativity and innovation. Shy souls found solace in one another's company, knowing they were not alone in their struggles. The change was not limited to the village. The neighboring towns heard about the movement and invited Yusuf and Aisha to share their story. They traveled from place to place, spreading the message of self-empowerment and encouraging others to embrace their uniqueness. During one of their travels, they met a young man named Ahmed. He had dreams of becoming a poet, but was held back by his crippling shyness. Yusuf and Aisha saw the potential in Ahmed's words and urged him to take the first step towards his passion. Ahmed hesitated but attended one of their support groups. The atmosphere of acceptance and encouragement bolstered his confidence. Inspired by the stories shared by others, he recited one of his poems before the audience, his voice quivering but unwavering in its sincerity. The applause that followed was deafening, and Ahmed felt a warmth in his heart like never before. The experience ignited a fire within him, and from that day forth, he embraced his love for poetry without fear. His verses touched the souls of listeners, spreading a message of love and unity throughout the region. As Yusuf, Aisha, and Ahmed continued their journey, they encountered more individuals who had once been burdened by shyness. Each person they met contributed their unique talents and skills to the world, and the region flourished with newfound diversity and creativity. Their movement eventually reached the ears of the ruling sultan, who was intrigued by the positive changes occurring in his domain. Impressed by their dedication to uplifting others, he invited Yusuf, Aisha, and Ahmed to the royal palace. In the grand hall, before the sultan and his court, Yusuf, Aisha, and Ahmed shared their experiences, touching the hearts of even the most stoic nobles. The sultan was moved and recognized the value of their teachings in fostering a more confident and vibrant society. With the sultan's support, they established a center for personal growth and self-discovery in the heart of the capital city. This center became a sanctuary for those seeking to overcome shyness and embrace their inner potential. Years passed, and the impact of Yusuf, Aisha, and Ahmed's journey was felt across the entire kingdom. The once shy and hesitant village boy Yusuf had become a celebrated figure, known for his wisdom and compassion. Aisha continued to lead support groups and offered solace to countless souls struggling with social anxiety. Ahmed's poetry inspired generations to come, leaving an everlasting legacy of words that resonated in the hearts of people for centuries. And so, The tale of three souls, Yusuf, Aisha, and Ahmed, demonstrated the profound effect of embracing one's shyness and transforming it into a source of strength. Their journey reminded the world that even the most hesitant of voices could create waves of change and ignite a movement that touched the lives of countless individuals across time and space. Their story became a testament to the power of self-discovery, compassion, and faith in oneself and God's plan.